In the history of our church, there are notable cases of men and women who traveled far from their homes in order to spread the gospel. From the very beginning, we have examples like St. Peter and St. Paul, who, although Peter started in Galilee and Paul in Asia Minor, the city of Tarsus, they would both travel extensively throughout the Roman Empire, Paul as far away as Spain, before they would both eventually be martyred in the city of Rome. St. Peter's brother, St. Andrew, is known to have preached to the Scythians, and that meant he had to have traveled through lands of modern-day Romania and Ukraine. We have the example of St. Nina, who was born in Cappadocia in Asia Minor. She would travel widely throughout the Roman Empire, spreading the gospel, eventually as far as Georgia, and she is known as equal to the apostles, enlightener of Georgia. In more modern times, we have the example of the delegation of monks that was sent by Catherine the Great, traveling all across Asia to eventually cross the Bering Strait and preach the gospel in Alaska. Indeed, our church has benefited from people that did travel so far from their homes. But in today's gospel reading, we learn another important truth. The man who had been cured, delivered from the army of demons calling themselves Legion, he wanted to go with Jesus. He wanted to follow Jesus and be one of his disciples. Perhaps, had he done so, he too, having traveled far from his home, might have gone to far distances. But Jesus tells him instead something that, truth be told, he tells all of us who are not called to become missionaries in foreign lands. Jesus tells that man, go back to your home and tell them the great things that God has done for you. We may not all have a calling to be missionaries in foreign lands, but we do all have a calling to be missionaries in the lives that we lead in our homes, as appropriate to people that we may have as colleagues and friends. Through the prayers of the missionaries who indeed traveled far, may we fulfill our missionary journey as well. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.